Thank you so much. Can one person change the world? I think they can. A few years ago, I was in Cairo, Egypt, speaking to 1,500 leaders of the community. I was there at the invitation of Dr. Stephen Covey, who was doing a one-day program and asked me to be a part of it. When we got there, it was a huge, huge room. It was basically a football stadium. And there was something about it that felt odd. I finally figured out it was a wall that was about a third of the way back in the room, about this high, and went the width of the entire room. And I had never seen anything like it. And I finally asked someone, what's with the wall? And they said, that's to separate the important people in the front of the room from those that work from it. Really? Really? I couldn't believe it. And it bothered me. As I heard the speakers talking, and Dr. Covey, for example, talking about the importance to understand others before you try to seek to have them understand you, and similar concepts, and the other speakers, they all basically spoke out of the same kind of a cloth, the need to work together, to build rapport, to be a team, and everyone nodding and taking notes. It bothered me more and more. And when it was my turn to speak, and I was the anchor speaker of the day, I got up on stage, and I said, I can't take it anymore. And I walked off the stage, and down the center of the aisle, and I got to the wall, and I stepped over it. And I said, our actions are more important than our words. If you believe in something, stand up for it. The entire back of the room leapt to their feet and started cheering. The people in the front, some were so offended at my action, they got up and walked out. Now, I don't want to suggest that in some small way, I sparked a fuse that led to, a short time later, Arab Spring. But I will say this. When I stepped over that wall, I instantly connected with everyone that was in the back of the room, and we became as one, a unit. And I later learned that there was a name for that concept, also from Africa, the other end of the continent, called Ubuntu. And this is what I want to share with you today, the power of Ubuntu. Now, I pulled together a clip to help explain this concept. Let's see what it looks like. Essentially, a person is a person to other people, that I am because we are. None of us are an island. We need to work with others. So whatever idea you believe in, you have to deal with others and get them excited about it, and use their energy to build something bigger.
Homeless, homeless, the moonlight sleeping on a midnight, and we are homeless, we are homeless, the moonlight sleeping on a midnight, and we are homeless, we are homeless, the moonlight sleeping on a midnight, and we are homeless, 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 moonlight sleeping on a midnight.
It's what we have in common that most matters. It's where we build the energy. Now, in that film, and I want to give you 3 examples of this in power, in use, so you can grab on and use it in your life. The examples are from politics, are from social responsibility, and are from business. In the early part of that clip, you saw Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was elected as the first president of the Republic of South Africa after the end of apartheid in 1989. Now, apartheid was an official doctrine of oppression of the South African whites, of the South African blacks. It had existed for 600 years. It came to an end in 1989, and the country was greatly divided. Many of the blacks felt it was their turn to be in charge. It was their turn to get even and oppress the whites. Nelson Mandela, who was elected president, coming out of prison, where he had been for 27 years for his political beliefs, said that's not the way. He forgave his captors and said, we need each other. If we did the same to them that they did to us, we'd be no better than them. We need each other, and that is what we've got to do. And he set out to unite the country, and he did so. Nelson Mandela said, Ubuntu is a profound sense that if we're to accomplish anything in this world, it will be in equal measure be due to the work and achievements of others. And he set out to, day by day, year by year, to unite a deeply divided country. Looking at social responsibility, a different example. A few employees at eBay got together, and they talked about things that were important to them, and they were very conscious about being green, about sustainable energy. And they started doing things, recycling and other things, and they got a bigger group that were interested together. They initiated a movement that they opened up that now includes over 90 million people that went far beyond their organization. Let's hear them talk about how that came to be.
The eBay Green Team is about 250,000 people who have joined together and pledged to be smarter, greener shoppers together with eBay, starting by thinking first about how they can use products that exist in the world today. It actually comes from our own employee efforts. So the original Green Team was 40 people who got together over pizza at eBay, and were doing their part to make eBay a smarter, greener place to work in terms of how we procure energy, moving our break rooms from disposables to reusables. And we kind of caught this bug and said, how do we turn this out to our community of 90 million users? One of the most important things that we've learned is to be a good dinner table kind of host and allow conversation to take place naturally amongst community members rather than trying to drive it front and center ourselves. Let people that are like-minded connect and let the conversation and magic happen. By bringing people together, they can first inspire each other. So the stories that we hear about reuse taking place through our community are really inspiring. And then what we see are people jumping in and saying, oh, but have you thought about this? Or have you tried that? And egging each other on to be smarter, greener consumers across every aspect of their lives.
So like-minded people came together through conversation. And instead of telling the first people saying, this is how it's got to be, they said, what ideas do you have? And they tapped into their emotion and their motivations to try what they wanted. And the movement grew, and it included other people, and it spread beyond the company. This is an example of Ubuntu in practice, in a practical way. The last example I want to give you is from business, more specifically shoes. Anyone here heard of Zappos? Anyone here shop at Zappos? How's that experience been for you? Pretty good? This is the founder of Zappos, Tony Hsieh, had a passion for shoes and basically recreated the industry of selling shoes online. But the special sauce that he would say that he brought to that business, to that company, was culture. And the need to create something where people could feel excited about coming to work, where they look forward to it on a daily basis, where they enjoyed who they were working with and what they were doing, and they felt that what they were doing was making a difference. He took his employees, he surveyed them as to what they felt was important, and started from them and what they valued. They came up with initially brainstorming a list, and over a period of a year, they talked about it and culled that down to 10 items that they felt were most valuable, that they wanted to sign up for. And they created the foundation of a great company. Now, I want to take you into and show you what that looks like when you capture it. I want to take you into their call center in Las Vegas. And if you're ever there, they do free tours so you can check it out yourself. And in this call center, usually call centers are very punitive places to work. There's high stress, high turnover, there's a lot of pressure with technology today, when you hang up the phone, it rings every single time. So it's basically a burnout job. And in most places, that's what happens. People don't care. They leave very quickly as soon as they can find something else, anything else. It's a very painful process. Let's take a look inside Zappos.
Hello, welcome right this way. We're so glad you're here today. You may wonder what we do. Sit back, relax, and we'll tell you. We started off in 99, then grew larger over time. And to please and hope to be the best you'll ever find. We're Zappos family, we're fun and weird, 'cause after all, we love spreading cheer.
And that says it all right there, okay? The point is that they created a special place where they all could love, and because of that, they come across on the phone when they deal with people, and when they deal with each other. They do a thing at Zappos that they hire the best people they can, and they put them all through the same orientation at all levels and all functions. And at the end of that, they say, well, we thought you could do a good job. We now know you can do a good job. The only thing we aren't sure about is this really the job you want to do? And so as a final pop quiz, they hand each of those people a check for $4,000 if they agree to quit. They take that check home, and these are people that, everyone in this whole center, $9, $11 an hour max. It's a low-paid job. They take the check home, and they say, look what happened at work. It's the darndest thing. A check, $4,000. Represents about 3.5 months' pay. We could really use that money. I know we could. I have to quit to keep it, though. Well, is that a place where you can make a difference? Would you enjoy going to work? Would you enjoy who you'd be working with? Do you feel that you have a career there that could lead to better things in your life? And the more they talk about with their friends and family and loved ones, the more they came to the conclusion that they got to turn the check back in. 99+% people come back and say, nice try, I'm keeping the job. Now, something's going to work out better if they go through that process. You better believe it. And with each hire, they become a stronger and stronger culture. In fact, once you set up a culture, everyone protects it. And who they hire now, they're much larger now. They're over $1 billion business. Still in the process, when you go and you interview, and you're picked up at the airport by the shuttle driver and taken in, part of their hiring process for everyone at any level, any function, is they check in with the shuttle driver. What'd you think? Not that guy. He was a jerk. And the guy's off the list. He's no longer considered for that job. The woman's off the list. If the shuttle driver didn't make a connection with you, you're not entering the company. Now that's a test of culture. Once you have something special, everyone owns it. Everyone wants to preserve it. So Ubuntu, again, whether it's in business, whether it's in something you believe in, social responsibility, whether it's anything you believe in, is a powerful concept for spreading the word, for getting other people involved, and for taking them in the direction to make it a stronger movement. And any passion that you have, they can start with one person. The last story, in fact, Tony Hsieh, in his epiphany on this whole topic, is he says, envision, create, and believe in your own universe, and the universe will form around you. Magic will happen. I want to conclude with a story from the other side of the world, in Hawaii. I was there not that long ago with my daughter, Michelle, who you're going to be hearing from later today. And on Maui, we decided to go visit a seahorse farm. It's actually a research institute to preserve the seahorse. Now, I didn't even know that the seahorse was in trouble, but apparently it was. That for a couple of reasons. First of all, seahorses, they mate for life. So if you buy a single seahorse and you put it in your aquarium, it will die. The second problem is that seahorses will only eat live food. Baby shrimp, krill, it's called. And if you try to feed them anything else, they won't eat it. or if they do, they won't get any nutrition from it. And so it was a big problem because to keep a seahorse alive, to buy a lot of food, cost about $50 a day. That was prohibitive for most people that owned them. So over time, the seahorse would starve, it would die. So this institute was determined to find something else that the seahorse might eat. And they had tried everything, and were just going through months and months and months. And finally, they got one seahorse to try something that wasn't alive, an organic food source. And they immediately put another seahorse with it who tried it, and then a second. And then they took that initial seahorse and they systematically moved it from tank to tank to tank until it had individually retrained the entire population of seahorses. That was over 2 million in their institute. I think any of us here, I think you can be that seahorse. And through your passion, spread the word, start the conversation, get other people's input and ideas, get them on board to create something even larger. I wrote a book about this concept of Ubuntu, and I brought a copy for whoever would like one, as my gift to you to help you on your journey. Thank you so much for your kind attention.